So my little Anbernic RG351M little handheld emulator station finally came from China. Very cool little device. It's made the shell is totally made of aluminum, so it's really really heavy. Like it's got some heft to it for being a tiny little guy. Here's the back of Made in Surprise Land. Basically, the D-pad's pretty good. It's got ABXY. The analog sticks are really cool. They're very, very shallow, so it's very slim, but they work really, really well. It's got shoulder buttons, two Type-C ports, both OTG, only one for charging. The thing that sucks is that this does not have video out, so you're not going to watch it on TV or anything. Headphone jack and a SD card slot. It goes up to 512, I believe they say, but this one came with a 56K, or 56K, yeah, 56K modem. We're going to log in on AOL and ASL. Here's a little volume rocker, which is okay. But this guy, it came with a 64 gig card, and it has a bunch of pre-installed stuff on it already, which is very, very, very cool. It comes with, Nintendo, some MAME, which is, arcade emulators, Capcom emulator stations, MSX, PC Engine, all of the Nintendos that you can think of. Very, very cool. Genesis, Game Gear, Mega Drive, obviously, Dreamcast, Neo Geo, PlayStation, PSP. The only thing that sucks is that the games that come with it are kind of crap. There are a ton of like Chinese and Japanese clones and knockoff games, like just weird stuff, man. And it's really a system where you want to have your own library already set up, and then you upload that to this. Basically, that flash card, you'd want to take like a 128 or a 256 gig card, depending upon what you have, and put that inside instead, which is nice. And a lot of the games are just like, there's 10 games, 5, not a whole lot, but there's some cool stuff on here that you can check out if you've never played it before. And it plays things surprisingly well, like especially old stuff like Super Nintendo. It does have it runs a software called Emulation, which is not too shabby. It's a little funky going between games. Like if you were to go to a Nintendo and let's play River City Ransom, if you were to start this up, it takes a second or two. And basically, what happens is if you want to play this, and you can see this is obviously the motherland version. Yes, we will be playing Min Hopka Nachnila Pokshnia. I don't know. Anyway, to get out of this, sometimes it's kind of funky. Like you double click on the L3 buttons, L3, R3, and it gives you like a PS3 style thing where you can go through a bunch of stuff and take a screenshot. Save states are pretty cool. You can do that quickly by pressing the R3 and then the R1 shoulder button to save, and then R3 and then the L1, I believe, to load. So it's pretty quick to do save states and load states. You can do a bunch of remap all the buttons on the control, everything. Do rewind, which is very cool. Change the latency. It's got controls, cheats. It's got Wi-Fi built in, so you can actually go in and log into Wi-Fi and try to update the scrape, which is called basically, the images of the box art of all the games. You can try and do that, but it doesn't always work. Nothing always works. It's good to have your own backup library, like I said, to do this with. It does have Bluetooth, and I haven't tested it with headphones yet, so it's kind of tough I don't know if that totally works, but it runs everything pretty well. The only thing that chugs is Dreamcast. That chugs a little bit for some reason. All handheld emulators seem to have a little bit of a tricky time emulating that, but everything else, it runs great. And for the size, man, having like thousands of cool little games at your fingertips and not have to worry about. I mean, I know you could do this on a phone technically, but this is really simple. It's elegant. It feels quality. It's metal. It's really, really nice. Very glad I got it. And yeah, it's very, very cool. Anbernic RG351M. Very, very cool.